What's going on, guys? This is Corey Hathaway coming at you with another video today. Today's video is called I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Number one, our universe is huge. I mean, when I say huge, I mean it's uncomprehendable how big it is. I'll give you an example. The closest star to us is called Alpha Centauri. It's approximately 4 years away, traveling at the speed of light. The speed of light is the universal speed limit, and it still takes 4 years to get there. At our current technology, it would take around 120,000 plus years to get there. That's how big of a distance it is just to the nearest star. This is crazy to think. That's just in our galaxy. That's just the closest star. There are hundreds of billions of galaxies out there. It's crazy to think. You'd have to be really naive to honestly believe that we are the only people out there, considering the size of the universe. There's a 99.9% chance that there's life out there besides us, just because of the size of the universe. And I'll give you another example. In the Milky Way, there's approximately 200 billion stars. 200 billion stars, and it's estimated that around each of these stars is at least one habitable planet. That leaves about 200 billion habitable planets. Even if the odds were astronomically small, there's still a chance that life is out there, and it's as advanced as we are. Moving on to number two. There's a lot of water out there. Water in our solar system that we never knew about until recently. I mean, look at Mars, for example. Mars has running water. Now, obviously, this water is toxic. If we drank it, we could possibly die. Actually, we'd probably die. That's still a big jump. There's a lot of water out there. There's water all over the place. There's water on certain moons that I'll talk about a little bit later in the video. There's water all over the place. And if there's one thing that I've learned, is that wherever there's water, there's a potential for life. There's water everywhere in our solar system. Whenever you find water, there's a good chance of finding life. Moving on to number three. Kepler, as many people know, was released to find exoplanets that are Earth-like. It's around the same size as Earth, meaning that it's big enough to hold water, but it's not so big that it's a gas giant. Also, it's in the Goldilocks zone, which means that it's close enough to the sun to where it can get heat and energy, but it's not so close that it's hell on Earth. This Kepler telescope has found hundreds and hundreds of these exoplanets, and there's probably a lot more. As I said before, 200 billion potential habitable planets just in our galaxy alone. There's got to be some sort of life on these planets. I mean, maybe not all of them, we don't know yet. I mean, all we know is their size and where they orbit around the sun. But the chances of one of them having life is pretty much 100%. Moving on. The moons in our galaxy, I mentioned this earlier. And one moon I'm talking about is Europa. Europa is orbiting Jupiter right now, and it's believed to have a subsurface ocean twice the size of Earth. It also has an oxygen atmosphere, and it's not all that cold to be that far away from the sun. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still freezing. But because the planet is tidally locked with Jupiter, that causes tidal friction, and it actually is not as cold as you would think. If humans were to go there, we'd probably die. But it wouldn't be as bad as if we went to Mars or somewhere else. NASA is actually sending a probe out there to see if there's life, because right now Europa is number one on the list for potential life. Yes, that's right, in our solar system, Europa. Moving on. Number five. Look, if you don't believe in life in other planets, I understand. We haven't found anything, but the sheer fact is that we just don't know. Currently, we just don't know. Our technology is just not advanced to get out there. NASA accounts for less than 1% of the budget, so obviously they don't have the funding needed to go out there. And until we can go out there and explore more, we're just not going to know. But the possibilities are endless. The universe is a huge place. There's so much to discover. There's so many different things out there. I mean, it's unreal to think all this size, all these planets, that we're truly alone. So that's all I have for you today, guys. Uh, all this talk about life on other planets thing really got me thinking is that obviously life is rare. I mean, we're the only life that we know of so far. So be thankful for the life you got. Be thankful that you were actually born because obviously it's harder than we think. Until next time,